Let me ask you this question. Charlene Ruto have decided to disgrace her family kabisa kabisa. Ameamua ya kwamba wacha aibishe wa Kenya na aibishe baba yake ambaye ni Rais William Samoei Ruto. Because tell me why Charlene Ruto will decide to go and dance like this on the streets. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much, guys, for your great support. Now, fellow Kenyans, before we get deeper into this discussion, let me humbly request you that if at all we're meeting for the first time, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can as well like, you can share, drop me your comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think and where exactly you're watching this video from. If you're in the country, I'm humbly requesting you, they can tell me which part of the country you're watching from, county number 41, 42, county number 47, number 30, and just mention the number of the country or the name of the country or the county where you're watching this video from. Also, if you're outside the country, I'm requesting you that you can tell me which country or the flag or even the code of the country where you are at the comment section, and the rest will be for me now to know the count or the country where you belong. Now, as we get into this discussion, I've got two things to talk about. Number one, I want us to start by asking ourselves this question. That we had William Ruto the other day talking about the issue of Tanga, or Tanga oil refinery that is going to be built in Tanga, in Tanzania. But we've not talked about, we've not been told about what is happening in Kenya. Remember, in Kenya, we have oil. And this our oil is being given to Nigeria. Yani, sisi wenyewe tuna mafuta, we have oil, but now what is happening is that our own is being given to, because they are the people that knows how it works. So sisi tuna mafuta, lakini yetu wanapea watu wengine ili washughulikie, lakini rais wetu anaenda Tanzania na anasema kwamba wanaenda kutengeneza factory ya mafuta Tanzania.
Visits zikiwepo, tunafungua mambo mengi, tumefungua mambo mengi, na ni matarajio yetu kwamba timu zetu za wataalamu zitakwenda kuyafanyia kazi mambo yote tuliozungumza, ili kufungua baraka zaidi, biashara zaidi, uwekezaji zaidi, lakini uelewano zaidi kati ya nchi zetu. Sasa tupokuwa tunaongea ndani kule, nilimbana Ruto, kaambia umekwenda kutangaza refinery Tanga, mbona mimi sijui? Asa atasema mwenyewe pale kwa nini katangaza. Mheshimiwa Rais, karibu sana.
Nimeambiwa ya kwamba tangazo letu kwamba tujenge refinery pale Tanga imewakera kiasi. Lo, ningejua ningetangaza hiyo refinery ijengwe Mombasa. Because the building of a refinery is a big opportunity. Big opportunity to business, big opportunity for industrialization, big opportunity for petrochemical industries, fertilizer industries, plastics industries. And when I had a conversation with President Museveni, our discussion was about how to industrialize our region using our resources. That our oil resources, our mineral resources, our agricultural resources should be used to industrialize our region. It is my belief, and that of the leaders in our region, that whatever raw materials we have, be it natural resources, energy resources, should be used for the industrialization of our region, so that we can create wealth here, we can create jobs here, we can expand opportunities here, we can have industries here. The good people of Tanzania, you are lucky that we are discussing how to build a refinery in Tanga. It is an investment that the government of Kenya is willing to invest. The government of Uganda is willing to invest. You have heard, I'm sure, my good brother Paul Kagame, I'm told, said yesterday they are willing to invest. And many other countries are willing to invest. I hope Tanzania is also willing to invest.
How interesting is that? And you know what is funny is that the president of Kenya is going to talk about oil in Tanga, and the president of Tanzania doesn't know that this thing is going to happen. Or was it just a game that these guys were playing? Because, you know, I'm trying to really relate. I'm really trying to think that maybe this is something that these guys, this one is just a game that these guys were playing. They know what they are saying. They know what they are doing. Because you can't tell me that this person will just wake up in the morning and say that, okay, this is what you want to do. And then they fail to do it. Now, or somebody wakes up and then says that, you know, you've talked about something that I am not aware of, yet I'm the president of this country. Hapo hakuna mchezo ambayo tunachezewa? No, tuseme tu kweli. I've had Senator of Mombasa, that is Mohamed Faki. Mohamed Faki is asking a question here. He's asking CS a question, which I would like you to listen to, and then you tell me what you think concerning that question, because it is the same thing that we're discussing. The president went to Tanzania, and then he's talking about building oil refinery in Tanga, yet there is yet the one that we have in Kenya is being leased to a Nigerian businessman. That is exactly what I talked about. Yetu wanapea Nigerian businessman. Lakini Kenya, Ruto anasema kwamba wanaenda kujenga oil refinery wapi? Tanga.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mine is to inquire whether I understand the government is building an oil refinery in Tanga, in the Republic of Tanzania. Yet, in Mombasa, we are leasing our refinery, which has been there since independence. We are leasing it to a Nigerian company without the participation or public participation of the people of Mombasa. Could the minister explain under what circumstances the government is investing in another country rather than investing in Mombasa, where it will be cheaper to upgrade the refinery than to build a new refinery altogether in another country? Thank you.
Honorable Faki, that is not a supplementary question because it's not related.
Rigathi Gachagua asked that question.
It's so embarrassing to our country that a president from Kenya goes to Tanzania to announce that there will be a project in Tanga for oil refinery. You know, it's a kind of insolence, impunity. How do you go to a neighboring country to announce a project that is non-existent?
Kenya stands ready to invest as a strategic partner in the proposed oil refinery in Tanga. Asanteni.
Mimi nimetokea Tanga, umesema refinery ikajengwe Tanga. Mungu atakubariki Mungu. Nataka nikuhakikishie tukiwa kama viongozi wa mkoa wa Tanga tumeupokea mradi huu wa kimkakati kwa umoja na mshikamano, na wala hatutotangatanga. Tutaleta ushirikiano, tuna mkuu wa mkoa mzuri na tuna viongozi wazuri pamoja na rais wetu na maelekezo ambayo atakayotoa. Tutahakikisha mradi huu unakamilika kwa wakati na manufaa yanakuwa makubwa kwa Watanzania na Wakenya pamoja na nchi za maziwa makuu na wenzetu wa Uganda.
Because, you know, we perceived that after Samia's question, or maybe after Samia's statement, we perceived that this is something that she was not aware of. I know when she was saying that, Ruto anazungumza kuhusu mafuta Tanga, mimi mwenyewe tujazungumza naye, pengine yeye aje aelezee. So we thought that, okay, we've been thinking that this is something that they did, that maybe she didn't know. But also I was like, how can William Ruto talk about with a lot of confidence like that in Tanzania concerning this issue of oil refinery, and Samia is not aware yet he's in Tanzania. But again, we know William Ruto. We know him with a lot of lies. So the second story of the day is about CHARLINE Ruto. Nimeona CHARLINE Ruto akicheza vizuri sana. CHARLINE is really dancing. And I really don't know. Sijui tuseme ini gani. Is okay. I can say, let's just say that she's a human being, and lazima pia jivinjari kidogo hapa na pale. She must also enjoy life. She's really enjoying life because a lot has been going on, a lot has been happening. So if she kama hajapata hiyo nafasi ya kuenjoy life, then what is it? So let her enjoy life. I can say that, okay, let her just enjoy life, and also have just see what's going on. At the end of the day, we are human beings and we also live. And when we live, we have a lot of things. There are a lot of things that happen that we also need to perceive. Also, we also need to find ways on how we can make them work. Anyway, I would like to know what you think at the comment section, fellow Kenyans, concerning what is going on and concerning the video that we've just talked about. And please, I'm just requesting you that if politics is what you love, please don't forget to click the subscribe button.
Allow me to explain our discussion on Tanga as a refinery, as a place of refinery. Nimeambiwa ya kwamba tangazo letu kwamba tujenge refinery pale Tanga imewakera kiasi. Ningejua ningetangaza hiyo refinery ijengwe Mombasa. Because the building of a refinery is a big opportunity. Big opportunity to business, big opportunity for industrialization, big opportunity for petrochemical industries, fertilizer industries, plastics industries. And when I had a conversation with President Museveni, our discussion was about how to industrialize our region using our resources. That our oil resources, our mineral resources, our agricultural resources should be used to industrialize our region. It is my belief, and that of the leaders in our region, that whatever raw materials we have, be it natural resources, energy resources, should be used for the industrialization of our region so that we can create wealth here, we can create jobs here, we can expand opportunities here, we can have industries here. The good people of Tanzania, you are lucky that we are discussing how to build a refinery in Tanga. It is an investment that the government of Kenya is willing to invest. The government of Uganda is willing to invest. You have heard, I'm sure, my good brother Paul Kagame, I'm told, said yesterday they are willing to invest. And many other countries are willing to invest. I hope Tanzania is also willing to invest. Because this will be an opportunity for all of us to create a big ecosystem of business opportunity and industry right here in Tanga. And I say so knowing very well that from Tanga to Mombasa is only 190 kilometers. And since we already have a pipeline of refined products from Mombasa, we will then use all our assets appropriately. We will use the crude pipeline that is coming from Uganda to transport the crude, refine it in Tanga, take it to Mombasa, transport it back to our region, and do big-time business together, both as countries and as the business community. I'm also looking at the opportunity for us as we discuss Tanga as a place to refine our products. We are looking at where also we are going to position the place for us to process our minerals. It is not tenable anymore for us to export raw materials. As a region, we must make it deliberate and intentional, not to export value, not to export jobs, not to export opportunity, but appropriate it right here. And that is the future of our development. We have been informed by the private sector that the longer we continue exporting raw materials, we are exporting jobs, we are exporting opportunity, we are exporting wealth, and in exchange, importing inflation, which is not what we should be doing. And so I have discussed with my good sister that Tanzania is going to lead the way to make sure that we use the resources that we have, the oil that we have in Uganda, the little oil we have in Kenya. I am sure South Sudan is going to come on board. Already you have heard Rwanda is coming on board, because we all realize that it's time for us to use the resources that we have to industrialize our region. It makes absolutely no sense for us to export crude oil